which is kind of a smaller, militaristic-looking, kind of like headquarters, like a better word. There is a low wooden fence going around this building that is made of stone, the same kind of stone that the wall is made out of. And you see a bit of a training grounds, actually. There's a small stable. You guys can see some of the guards. Presumably guards. They're wearing the same blue armor that the guards at Everhold were wearing. Training in archery. Some are hanging out in the yard. And from what the guard at the front told you, if you just kind of like head in and check in at the very first building, and you see this very large, kind of 3-story stone building. If you go in, you could be directed to the captain of the guard of the city.
Did we get like a note from the dudes at Evertower saying, agreeing?
He sent word. He said he sent word.
Oh, okay, cool. Just making sure, because we agreed on some prices.
I mean, we also have the Penrith bounty paper still somewhere, and we can be like, look, we were offered here. We were told that you guys are much better, and
yeah, we told you price match.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm flat-road pretty much told, please don't make me do this at Penrith. I hate Penrith. I'm from here.
So yeah, we head over to the guard captain, I guess.
Cool. You guys make over to the stone building. The guards don't really give you much look. Presumably citizens need to come here for some things or another. You walk up to the stone building. The large wooden door, that's like a big wooden double door, is unlocked, so you guys can enter just fine. And you enter into almost kind of like a receiving hall, very similar to where you had your run-in with the town master back in Ravenmoor. Although instead of, the one chair up on the dais and the feeling that, someone was very exalted, there's a desk and there is a handful of guards sitting around a semicircular desk. They don't seem to be discussing anything extremely important as you guys approach.
Okay.
And as you guys get closer, they stop talking, and the one in the center looks up and kind of leans back and looks at you expectantly.
Excuse me, good sirs. We have a bounty to turn in to the guard captain.
And the man in the middle stands up, and you can see that in addition to the standard blue armor with the double dolphin insignia, he does have a series of bands down his arm.
Cool.
Though the other guards do not have
one. How many bands?
He has 3 bands.
So he is the co-captain. Sorry, pilot jokes.
Bands going on his arm. For context, the guy in charge of Evertower had 1 band on his arm.
Oh.
This guy has 3 bands. And he says, yes, my name is Pius Wynn. I am the captain of the guard.
My name
is Evertower. And, or at Everhold. And, what bounty are you referring to?
My name is Roris Tumblebelly, and my companions and I have killed the hagheads in the Delta. Or killed the hags in the Delta.
Fantastic. And, do you have a copy of the bounty you are responding to?
We talked to the guards at Evertower, and they said they would send word that we were coming. They basically said you would give us a better bounty than Penrith was offering.
Who was the original document?
I think that was Darius.
I have the one from Penrith.
Yeah, show them that.
There wasn't a bounty. We never got an original note from Everhold. We got the words from the guards and that they would send word.
Yeah.
The guy to Captain Wynn's left says, "Oh yeah, from the Evertower came in on a horse like 2 days ago. I don't know, someone did a bet that he placed with another guard across the river. I don't know. But if they showed up, we owe them money.
We're here. We have hag heads.
And a hag eye.
And a hag eye.
We also have the hag eye.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that you want to let Penrith to get the hag eye. Seems really creepy, and that usually means magic.
And he holds up a hand and says, I need to call someone down just to take a look at that. If you do indeed have the hag eye, I am not, I'm a man of arms, not a man of that stuff.
Amen to that.
Whispers to the guard, he orders to the guard on his right, and said guard gets up and trots out of the room. I have just sent for the mayor of Everhold, the town master of Everhold. He has the court wizard kind of guy, for lack of a better word. You can bring the heads on up here. Just don't put them on the table. If you just set them out, down, that smells bad.
I'm holding them all in my arms, just like
a really creepy baby.
like a large bundle of 3 hag heads and however big. I was imagining the eye like the size of a cantaloupe.
No, the eye's the size of an eye.
Oh, okay, so that's fine then.
Hold this in your hand.
Yeah, okay.
The eye, I think we need to keep. I want the eye to stay someplace where it can't look.
Well, it's wrapped up.
In a pocket in Therius' backpack wrapped in a piece of fabric.
Yeah.
You just have to...
I've got heads. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Alright,
question to Win.
What did that other guard say he would pay you? 50,000 gold.
150 for singular death or 600 for coven death.
Aha!
With an additional bounty for I believe.
Yeah.
Delightful.
Yeah.
Yes, that seems to be about right.
Question, you mentioned there's a court sorcerer or wizard or something.
Something like that. I don't know. He freaks me out.
There a guild for magic in Everhold?
No, there's a bar, but I don't think that group is official.
Well,
they freak me out.
I can go to the bar now! I'm magic!
You can all get
Flower will...
Is it a magic-only bar? Like, what is this?
Happy.
No, Hang on, I have to this way before she starts yapping her head out. Not for puppies.
Not for puppies.
Everything is for puppies. Don't be foolish.
Okay, but chocolate.
Chicken bones.
They still think it's for puppies.
But
they're wrong.
Yes, so it's not for puppies.
Also, your grandparents' beagles, Christina, apparently survived chocolate.
No, my grandparents' beagles are insane. They're not dogs. They're like aliens, but whatever. We'll get into that later.
Alright, yeah, he's, yeah, no, I don't, there's a bar down by, the docks.
What's the name?
It's called, Why is Doug my buffering music?
I don't know, it just ended up being that way. Because it's very easy to make with just doo-doo noises.
We're also not
grumpy
likely...
Parrot.
The
grumpy carrot?
Parrot?
The grumpy parrot.
Parrot.
Grumpy parrot. Alright. Cool.
Magic things.
Magic things. I'm gotta go there. I'm gonna make a list of errands to run.
Okay, so, but are you going to give us the money then for the
heads
here? And we'll just wait for Wizard Guy to see the eye?
Yes, my god will return, with the Wizard Guy, and one of the, treasure keeps from the fort.
Sweet.
So, you just have to wait a second for the GM to get her brain on straight.
I peek into, the little sack of hag heads, and I'm like, one of them's missing a jaw. Is that okay, or...?
As long as the hag is missing its head, it's fine.
Well, I mean, the rest of the head is here. Just lacking...
That's fine, as long as there's not a hag attached to it.
Nah.
Nope.
I just pull an entire
Definitely
hag
dead.
out of the bag. Like Mary Poppins' bag of doom. So, cool.
Excellent. Alright, so you guys kind of know about making awkward small talk about how magic makes Pious Ren uncomfortable. And then the other guard returns with a very small, very old gnome. And then a tall, equally old half-elf woman.
Cool. Hello.
They both nod and said, and the little gnome is visibly more excited than the woman. She seems to be, this is just a run-of-the-mill day for her, but the gnome seems quite excited. And here's the old woman voice again. I gotta find out. I am Malarius Dewfoot. It is my pleasure to introduce myself to you. You have a hag eye. That is what the young guard told me.
Yep.
Yes, we do.
That's correct.
Various.
And where is it?
Various.
I pull it out of my backpack, still wrapped in my spare shirt.
Oh, fantastic. Yes. Don't take that off. That is a very good idea. And he kind of like waves his hand, and you feel a slight pressure as his mage hand goes to pick the eye up and out of your hand. And you don't resist. Fantastic. He's holding it with his mage hand, and you can see a very light kind of green energy kind of around his fingers. And he says, yes, Captain Rin, this is indeed their relic, and there's no way they could have taken this from the hags if the hag was still alive. And he turns around and he starts strolling off, and, his two long fabric shoots are kind of flopping around. He's like, make sure he's now officially completely engrossed in this artifact that he's taken from you, or that you've given him. And so make sure to pay those kids, pay them what they need or whatever you told them. They did a very good job. And he just kind of leaves.
You're not getting that shirt back.
Huh?
Darius isn't getting that shirt back.
No. You never know.
Down one shirt.
Flower's gonna catch up with the half-elf woman real fast.
Oh, she's still here.
What?
Yeah.
The gnome left.
No, the woman is still there.
Yeah.
She is equally old as Malaric Dewfoot, and she's kind of holding a ledger and a small chest. Being very tired and very bored.
Hi.
Flower's gonna cut her. Could you ask him to...
Wait, let's get paid first. What was that?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, could you ask him to send that shirt that's wrapped around the hag-eye to the drunken minstrel, please?
Alternatively, you could just give us an additional 2 or 3 gold for the shirt.
I will let Malaric know that shirt is of a significant importance to you.
You're never seeing that shirt again. You are never seeing that shirt again.
I will let him know.
That'll make
Captain of the Guard comes as Captain Raymond. You have attested that these adventurers have fulfilled your bounty. And she opens up a very large ledger book, and if anyone wants to roll perception on this.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure.
19.
17.
19.
Wait, what do I add to perception?
Wisdom.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Delightful.
We're also, except for Crow.
So everyone except Krell,
We're also perceptive, and then
who
Crow
is just so preoccupied with that really interesting fountain that
Yeah, I know, right?
it interpreted earlier.
You can't all be winners.
The rest of you guys noticed that this book has a bit of an arcane shimmer to it.
Magic ledger.
And the woman brings the ledger up and opens a certain page and says, "Sign, please." And Captain Rin takes a quill that she offers up and signs his name. And when he signs his name, a little bit of a shimmer, it's almost like a haze, or like, you know, like those mirages that you see when it's like outside.
Mm-hmm.
That happens just for a split second, and then it fades away. And she throws the book. And says, "All right, so to the heroes of the Southern Delta,
I'm putting that on my business cards.
Let me see." And she goes to the ledger. All right, so you are owed 600 gold for the death of the entire coven, the Hag Eye. And then she's going through a ledger. Let's see. So it would have been 300, the coven 600 gold. And then Malek wants to give you. He threw in his own money as a bonus for the Hag Eye, so he could have priority to study it or something. So he will also be 100 gold. So that'll be a 700 gold for you to divide as you see fit. And so she basically has this little tiny chest, and she sets it on the table. And it, in fact, holds exactly. Sorry, mathing.
Was it 150 per head and then the additional 700?
No, basically what it was you guys could get 450. Sorry, basically if you killed one hag, you would have gotten 150.
Right.
Killed two hags, you'd gotten 300. You killed the whole coven, so you got 600.
Cool.
And then Malaric Dewfoot threw in a little bit extra so that he could rub some palms and get his hands on the hag.
Sweet.
But he's also handing off to you.
So that's
how much gold do we get total?
140 each.
Well, what is in the box is, in fact, 500 gold and 20 platinum.
Still 100 gold before platinum each.
Yeah, 100 gold and 4 platinum for everybody.
How much is a platinum worth?
10 gold.
Wait, 100 gold and 20. Wait.
4 platinum.
And 4 platinum.
And 4 platinum. Okay.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah. Keep in mind that if you want to, like, exchange it for stuff, you, like, need to get changed. You can't just be like, just kidding, I also have 40 gold. No, like, you have 4 platinum.
I was really excited about...
You have to get someone who can make change.
I was really excited about the amount of gold that I had, but then I remembered that I spent 100 gold last session, and I'm like, oh, that's right. Never mind.
And then you still have to pay for the second half of your armor back in Fenrir.
No, armor's paid in full.
Oh, you paid it in full?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Paid
up
in
front.
full as an apology for trying to kill the dog.
Yes. Apology armor.
I forgot that Krell got you apology armor.
Yeah. It was accepted. Apology armor accepted.
Yep.
That's the one way to Rorus's heart.
So you guys have Everhold and the equivalent of 700 gold at your disposal.
Yay!
2 more bounties to do. Flower's mother to check in with. Crazy magic bar. The tent city outside.
Is there bathhouses?
Yeah.
Flower's going to roll history.
I miss knowledge local.
18.
Knowledge local is a good function.
Yeah.
I might figure out a way to port that back in. I really like it.
Yeah.
It's especially useful when Krell's from Penrith and Flower's from Everhold.
Yep.
Yeah. And Rorus is from Hillsfoot, and Darius is from a super magic place that I can't talk about right now. And also a cool place.
And Agnes is from somewhere in Usuldore.
Yeah. And actually, Flowers also spent time in Usuldore.
Yeah.
What is with all you people going to Usuldore? That place sounds really cool. There's apparently talking squirrels. Or at least one. There is at least one talking squirrel. Then again, that was like 100 years ago, so I'm not sure if it's still there.
Yeah, technically,
It's not there anymore.
it was a squirrel who could understand common fluently.
It was
Awakening
awakened.
a creature does not give it the physical ability to speak, although theoretically, if you gave them some time, they could probably scratch out a message in the ground.
Okay, but an awakened squirrel, I'm gonna hypothesize, could probably get some sort of magic going on, and for all I know, could have become a necromancer. So maybe it's an undead necromancer lich squirrel by now. I don't know.
Lich squirrel?
I don't know.
Lich squirrel.
That sounds like a
Oh,
band.
I hope that becomes a villain.
Random like point. Awakening gives the creature the ability to speak one language that you know.
Yeah. The caster, the ability of the one language the caster knows gets transferred to the animal.
So it could speak something.
It probably speaks elf
Probably.
to its undead hordes that it leads into battle.
And you guys are having this discussion as you meander outside of the guard headquarters and back into the city proper.
Yay.
So are there bathhouses?
What did you roll?
17.
17. You know that a lot of the public service businesses are run or funded by any of the variety of religious houses of worship. So if you went to say, "Oh God, I closed the page,"
Oh no.
Avandra, Morden.
I'm guessing Erithis.
because she's a lady. Melora is the goddess of wilderness and the sea.
Yes.
And
Wait,
so
what?
you can look at the fact that her house of worship is also generally a place to become clean.
Oh, so I'm a druid, so I probably like her.
Yeah. Melora's your lady.
So if we want to clean up, we can probably go to the Temple of Melora.
Meloris.
Melora, excuse me.
No, Melora, I'll type it in.
Melora. We can go to the House of Melora, the temple. There's baths there. She's the goddess of, the sea, so clean.
Is there a post office around here?
What is your obsession with post offices?
I like to write. I got people I gotta talk to. Okay, I got letters home I gotta send.
What kind of people?
My younger brother, and you remember Telia from Ravenmore?
Yeah?
Yeah, send her
Oh.
letters.
The tiny one?
Yeah. Well, I
The
mean,
mute one?
me.
Ophelia was the mute one.
Yeah. We bonded.
I'll roll
She bought a
knowledge
bunch
history
of-
again to see if there's a post office.
She bought a bunch of ale for us at one time when we were
9.
trying to break Therius out of
9.
prison.
You don't know the location of any type of post office, although generally you
So
can
probably
be
one.
told that boats carry messages. And Everhold is a coastal town with boats.
I could meet you guys there. You said Temple of Melora, right?
Yeah.
I can meet you guys there.
Take one of the talkie stones.
Is there a range on those?
You don't know.
All right.
I think that it allows us to use a sending spell once a day.
Let me double check.
And I believe that so long as we're on the same plane, it works.
I believe as long as you're on the same plane of existence, yes. You have to be on the same plane of existence.
So
I-
just don't change planes of existence.
I feel like that's not going to be a problem.
You
I-
never know.
True.
Pull a sending stone out of my pocket and plop it over.
As long as you are on... No,
Actually, I want Krell to give him the send.
Alright, here we go. You can send the message across any distance, so there's no range. Even to other planes of existence, but if the target is on a different plane than you, there's a 5% chance that the message will not arrive.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So if someone accidentally gets transported to the elemental plane, there is a 5% chance your message won't send.
Well, me, Rora's Tumblebelly, the halfling fighter with no magical ability to speak of, I will do my best to stay on this plane.
Fantastic.
Just try your best. That's all anyone can ask.
So do I get a sending stone?
I look at Krell.
I can just go. I'm just gonna...
Why won't you give him the stone?
I'm just gonna go.
You'll get it back when he returns.
Like, why don't you give him the stone?
It's too late. Roris is gone.
And Roris walked away while you guys were bickering. Roris is off to find something.
A post office!
A post office.
Flower will lead you all to the temple.
I knocked a picture over.
What's the city, like, the situation like as we start walking that way?
Well, none of you guys currently knows where a Temple of Melora is.
Wouldn't I know?
No.
I didn't roll high.
9. It was a
No.
long time ago.
The 9 was for the post office. 17 was for the temple.
You rolled a 9 for the temple.
No, I rolled a 9.
The 9 was for the post office.
Yeah, that's the post office.
For post office.
That was
What?
what... Yeah, no, she rolled for post office. She rolled to know if there was a post office in town, and she got a 9. And you said, well, you know there is a post office, you just don't know where it is.
No, that is not at all what I said. You don't know about any post offices, but you do that because it is a port city that boats take messages.
Right. And that was for the
Yes.
That was what I rolled for the post office. For the temple, I got a 17.
Okay. But you still don't know exactly where it is. It's been like, what, 14 years since you were here?
No, it was closer to 10?
Do you have a general gist of where it might be? God? You can always ask for directions.
Let's ask for directions.
Oh.
I'm not actually here, so I shouldn't be metagaming.
Is there like a crowd of people around us?
Yeah, Everhold is quite a crowded city.
I start falling back and I attempt to blend into the crowd. With a...
You going like a stealth right now?
Yep.
Does he get disadvantage because he smells so bad?
15.
No, because Pearl didn't actually carry the Hagheads at all, so no. Okay, I mean, you aren't hidden from view at all, but you are moving with the crowd, and it is a very, it's definitely a very mixed group of people, so you don't stand out of place, and, you're just walking like you belong.
Yep.
So, Flower's gonna look for somebody that doesn't look too busy.
Okay.
Should I roll for
There are
that?
people all around you. Some people are walking with purpose, some people are walking slower, some people are looking in the windows of shops, some people are trying to sell things.
I'm gonna grab someone who's trying to sell something that's not immediately talking to a customer.
Alright, a lot of them are just kind of like hawking their wares. They're kind of like, I got a fine thing from the oysters and dried meat, fruits, spices, and everyone's just kind of, all those types of shopkeepers are being generally rambunctious.
I'm gonna go to the fruit vendor and ask, would you know where the Temple of Melora would be?
And she stops from trying to sell her dry goods. She says, yes, you have to go back down from that direction, and if you head toward the cliff face near the boats, you'll run right in.
Okay.
The big blue one.
Go down the road and then turn left?
Yeah, and just head toward the docks. Head toward, you'll smell that area before you're even there.
Okay.
So you guys kind of make your way in the general direction. And
once they're far enough away, I lean off someone similar and ask for directions to the Temple of Avandra.
All right. And so, yeah, you can equally get directions, although the Temple of Avandra, while Melora is close to the sea, that being her domain, Avandra is more towards the center of town. So you guys can walk the same direction for a while, but then Krell, you would have to split off from the group while they continue on toward the docks.
Well, yeah, that's why I kind of fell back into the crowd so that we'd split apart and they would just kind of go on their own way, and I'd go my own way.
Cool. All right, we'll do Rurist real fast. So Rurist is doing what?
I head over to someone who looks friendly-ish.
Okay.
And,
we got all types of people.
They're just chilling out and not doing anything particularly busying.
Alright, you see two very old, very bald dwarves who appear to be playing some kind of form of checkers or chess.
I approach, and in dwarf, I greet them. I say, hello. Excuse me, would either of you know how to get to the post office?
Are you trying to send it boat? You want horse? You want foot?
What would be faster to... Probably horse.
Well, then you want to go, you can go back to, what's it called? You gotta go to the guard, they got horses over there, they send messages out.
The guard, the captain of the guard tower, that place? Barracks?
Yeah, they got horses over there. Most people want to send messages out to town, but of course they just, the guard sends messages out all the time. You can just, slip them a little bit and they'll take your letter too. It's not really an official system.
Oh, cool. Sweet. Alright, thank you both for your time.
Yeah.
Have a good day. And I meander back where we came to
the
guard tower.
Cool. So like I said, it's kind of like a squattish 3-story building, but you did notice on your visit the first time that there is a small stables attached to it.
Sweet.
And if you walk over to the stables, and like I said, as you're on the grounds, the guards don't really give you much notice. You're not causing any kind of a ruckus. And you make your way over to the stables where you in fact see three kind of 13, 14-year-old boys, one half elf, two human, who are cleaning out the stables, tending the horses. They're grooms for the guard.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They are not wearing the sturdy, really nice leather armor of the guard, but they are wearing blue tabards with the dolphin insignia in the same color.
Cool. Okay, so I go up to them and catch one of their eyes and say, hey, I was told, my name is Horace Tumblebelly, I was told that you can send messages out over land from the guard tower. Could you guys direct me to whoever's in charge of that?
Yeah, and all three of these boys are taller than you.
Yes.
Height is the side conversation that is going on right now.
Yep.
But all three of these boys are taller than you, and the tallest one, who's also the skinniest, he's got kind of reddish-brown hair and terrible acne.
Happens.
But he's the tallest one, so he's obviously in charge. He says, well, you gotta get a message out with one of the messengers. We're just, I could tell you when and where he's going to be if you want.
Could you now?
Could.
Yeah. Could you?
I do have that ability.
Well, if you could point me in the direction of the messenger, there might be something in it for you.
That's not how that works.
How does that work?
I have something you want, so you pay me first. Smack.
Well, I could ask someone else.
And then the shorter one next to him says, well, I'll tell you for less than he wants. He wants a whole silver. I'll just do it I'll tell you for 5 copper. And then one gets visibly more upset.
Well, how about all of you, fine gentlemen, 13-year-old children, how about you all tell me where you think the messenger will be, and I'll get you all a treat.
Roll persuasion.
Haha! This one was a good one. 21.
21?
21.
The smaller boy says, what kind of treat?
Well, I'm new to the city, but I know every place has a sweet shop.
What if we don't want sweet?
The
taller boy looks at him and says, yeah, we want beer.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. If we tell you and where he is when he's leaving, you'll get us beer.
Yeah, sure.
They're stoked on this.
I have no problem with that, sure.
Alright, so they let you know that the guards do have a messenger going out tomorrow morning, basically taking orders for the guard and other notes of official importance to Evertower to go on, depending on them to disperse. But because there is no strictly regular mail service, he does regularly take other people's mail for a small fee.
Cool.
And it gets passed along.
So tomorrow morning, like when in the morning?
Is that usually like an hour before sunup? I mean, he's in the. He should be in the mess right now. And he'll be back here. He usually leaves like right before sunup.
Okay. So. What was your mom's tavern again? Katie. Flowers.
Drunken Minstrel.
The Drunken Minstrel. Okay. So, I assume I have to. Do I have to return here before he leaves to give him the message, or can I go to the mess and give him to him now?
Well, I mean, I would probably wait until he leaves the mess, cause that's you can't go in there, and that would be rude.
Fair.
And then the half-elven boy who has thus far been quiet says, "Idiots," and he points over there, and there's in fact a guard walking out of the guard tower from the side door over toward the stable.
Cool.
And
I turn
that one. He's leaving in the morning.
Okay, so I turn back to the kids, and I say, I'm gonna be at the Drunken Minstrel Tavern. When you aren't working and you want a drink, go there and ask for me. My name is Roris Tumblebelly.
Alright, and then they say, alright, and then they stick out their hand and they shake your hand.
Yeah. Making deals with kids. Getting them drunk.
Do you go over to the guard?
Yeah, I head over to the messenger.
And you hear like fuck yeah, like a high five. Mel's like, you guys are fucking idiots, man. Presumably quiet because his voice is cracked and he's weird.
Puberty. So yeah,
cool.
head over
so
to
go to the guard, and he will in fact carry a message of yours. Where are you trying to get it to?
I'm trying to send one to Hillsfoot and one to Ravenmore.
Okay. And he can carry those for that's fine. Yeah, let's say gold a piece.
Okay. I can do that.
Just to Telia and Waro.
Yeah. Telling them about the various adventures, the goings-on. Again, to Telia, I do not tell her... Well, no, I'd say... No, I don't say where we are, because I'm pretty sure that Ravenmore is still after us. I don't know for certain if they're not. So I just say, I don't tell her...
That you don't know.
I don't include where we are in the letter, and I tell her she should probably burn it after reading.
Oh, Telia.
Yeah, Telia's the mute one from Madame Pastel's.
I thought you were talking about your little cousin, and I was so confused.
Oh, no. I should write her, though. Nah.
Horace is a good boy from home.
Telia is the one Agnes really wants to bone.
The one who actually is not a prostitute and you cannot bone, yes.
That's why, yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't pay her
not a
for it. You have to,
prostitute.
presumably, you have to seduce her.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, I'll write another one to my family in Underdale. I'll give them another gold.
Huzzah!
And I will slip in another letter about my various travels. And I say to send it to, if they have correspondence, send it to Roro. Roro will know where I am.
Nice.
And I say the same to Telia. Because Roro's good, he won't give us up. And I say to all of them, well, no, to Roro specifically, sorry. Tell Roro that I'm currently in Everhold, going back to Penrith soon. And I tell the Underdale family and Telia to send letters to Roro if they want to talk to me.
Who the fuck is Roro?
My younger brother!
Okay.
Jesus
Perfect.
Christ!
He plays a flute, right?
He plays a lot of things. He
I
plays
am very tired.
he plays
I am very
flute,
sorry.
fiddle, and harp. Like
Roro's cool.
Roro's cool. He's adorable and he's incredibly loyal, so he'll be good.
Yeah, I've gotten significantly fleshed out backstories from Christina, Katie, and Jen. They are very cool, and I'm using so much of that shit.
You've got quite a bit from me.
Yes, I have. This has all been within like the last week that I've gotten.
Oh, okay.
No one knows anything about Krell, including me.
I'll give you more.
Before our last session, I kind of fleshed out Flower's backstory a little bit more with Kristen, and that was a lot of her mom.
I need
Wait,
to talk.
Does that mean you got stuff from me before everyone else about my backstory?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on top of something.
We had that like mind meld like 2 months ago.
No, I know, but I thought I'm on top of it.
No, Flower's still growing. Puns. But no, Flower kind of grew from a stereotype.
I had Roros's backstory all figured out originally. I just did not tell Kristen all of it at once because I keep forgetting. I need to send her stuff about Rorane.
Anyway, where were we?
So yeah, I give the guard all the letters, the 3 letters.
Yeah.
And
3
3
letters,
gold.
3 gold.
And
go out in the morning.
Yeah. And I ask, could you give me directions to the Temple of Melora?
Yeah, and he directs you across town to the big blue building by the docks.
Also, is there anyone who sells maps of the town?
Maps? You probably get some at one of the stores in town. I'm sure you can find someone to do it.
To make life easier. Okay.
My roommates are taking their clothes off.
That happens sometimes.
Presumably.
No.
I thank the messenger. And I head where he directed to the Temple of Melora.
Sweet. Let's do Krell before we all meet back up with Melora.
Alright.
So we have Melora, Agnes, uncle, cousin, and
I feel bad, I don't remember their names.
Yeah, I'll look it up. I have it in there somewhere. Cool.
They had a ridiculous
So, Krell, you are going to the Temple of Avandra.
Yes.
Which is actually the House of Avandra. The house. So, Krell, you go to the middle of the city, and you have to ask for directions a couple times, but you do eventually find a very tall, thin, golden door that has, what was the symbol? Sorry. The pillars that make up this door are, each pillar is made up of like 3 parallel wavy lines. Like the entire door is done like that. And and you go in, and you actually have to go up a very thin staircase. And you arrive in kind of like an open atrium area with, you know, those penny things that you can sometimes find at museums where you put the penny in, it goes around and around and around and around.
Yep.
There's a gigantic one of those in the middle of this room. Normally, you know, they're probably about a yard across. This one's like 10 feet across. And underneath you can see a large glass bulb that is filled with, nope, coins, not tiny dogs. That's filled with coins of various denominations.
Right, do I see anyone specific at this point?
You do see a handful of just different people. There's a guard, there's a couple of older people, there are some young people. It seems to be people from all different walks of life, as well as a couple of people in yellow kind of cotton robes that are not necessarily, they're not really, they're just kind of like milling about, kind of like supervising as people put coins into this giant funnel and whatnot. And there is actually a dice game going on in the corner, but that seems to be completely fine with them.
Yep. Well, I take out a platinum coin and throw it in the wheelie thing.
There we go.
And then, does there look to be anyone in specific who people like talking to or anything like that?
No, it's relatively quiet in here. The loudest noise is coming from the hushed dice game in the corner.
All right. Well, I guess I go up to one of the people in one of the robes who isn't doing anything right now.
Yeah, they're just kind of milling. They're really just kind of like supervising.
Yeah. So,
do their thing.
Yep. So I go up to one of them and like, is there a place that one might be able to get cleaned up around here?
Yes, not in this particular house, but if you head over to the house of Melora, they are more of a cleansing and a sea house. But they can definitely help you. They're just a short walk away.
Yeah, I'll probably head over that way soon enough.
Avon will bless you, my dear.
Yes, I could use some luck at this point. And then I start just rambling and not opening up necessarily, but just blah, 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 and start not talking about my family, but asking how one might receive Avandra's blessing or whatever, since I'm likely going to be heading home soon, and will need all the luck I can get.
Alright, well, you are in a house of Avandra, and all who come here, have the chance of attracting her attentions and hope and pray for, her goodwill to guide the changes in luck in their lives. Are you actually attempting to contact Avandra herself? The person you're speaking to seems a little bit put off by this question.
I've never been one for organized religion of sorts, but it seems that luck in general is something that I could use in my life. So, not necessarily contact her directly, but learn more about her, seek some solace in her, whatever.
Well, We have a saying, a little bit of an unofficial saying here, you know. It can't hurt to ask. You never know. And it continues to kind of make it round.
All right.
Cool. All right. House of Melora.
Woo!
Roris is on his way there. Krell is presumably on his way there. We have...
going to go... Yeah, I'll go my way there.
Okay. So, Therius, Agnes, and Flower, you guys arrived at the House of Melora a bit before the other two. House of Melora is, in fact, the big blue one.
Excellent.
It is built into... It's a very strange building because it appears to be half sunk into the ground. Almost like a tomb of some kind. So you have to go down these stairs into this bright blue roof building. And you do in fact see that almost the entirety of the floor of this temple is water.
How deep is this water?
Hmm?
How deep is this water?
Roll a perception check.
How deep?
I'm about to find out.
3, that's water.
19.
Actually, 2.
19.
Here it says that's water.
He's not wrong.
Then takes off his boots and steps in.
I got a 19.
Roris rolled a 19.
Yeah.
So, you guys walk in, and there is about a 3-foot lip all the way around this large room. That is about, like, half the size of a football field. It's pretty big. Which is surprising because this is essentially underground, carved into rock. This underground chamber is carved into the cliff face. It's carved into the ground. And Therius, when you kick off your boots and walk in and step in, you notice that it's nice and warm. Your feet are all tingly and toasty. And Roris, what you notice is that there is actually a spot to the side of the door where people can put their garments. Whereas Therius just kind of picked off his boots willy-nilly. And is now splashing his toes in the water. It is salt water. But it doesn't smell like sea had salt water. This is like clean, fresh, but also warm sea air. And the acolytes of Melora are predominantly women. And you can see them wearing very lightweight blue robes, the same blue of the tiles on the top of the building, this bright, like, cerulean blue. They're wearing very light robes and kind of just milling about this 3-foot lip all the way around the pool.
So the water's 3 feet deep?
There are a couple of other patrons, for lack of a better word, who are in various states of undress and are floating or swimming or resting against the lip of this large pool. And it is very quiet.
So the water's 3 feet deep?
Agnes gonna get naked.
Flower gets naked.
Okay.
No one will answer how deep the water is. Is it 3 feet deep?
Sorry. No, it is more than... The whole pool is about... Oh, I just revealed some of the map on accident. But whatever.
I didn't see it because I'm looking at something else.
It was just a little corner above Ravenmore. The pool is about 4 feet deep. Total.
Dang it. Alright.
How is the room lit?
With sconces. There's torches. It is relatively dim, though.
Okay.
It has an underwater grotto kind of feel.
Cool. I go ahead and go and store my stuff where all the other people's things are. And then
Okay.
pop in.
Oof.
Guess I'll be naked. I'm naked.
Everybody. Okay, so we got 3
Our
people.
stores her stuff where
Guys.
storage is.
Gotta go.
I gotta go.
Okay.
Right.
Bye, Chelsea.
100 experience for playing.
Yeah. Thank you. Mwah.
Bye, Chelsea.
All right.
Agnes
So
is now mute.
Temple bit, and I don't want Chelsea to miss out on Rose Smith. But we'll figure that out in just a second. Because right now we're at the Temple of Laura, and Agnes just took all her clothes off and then left.
You know what? Not feeling it. Just gonna put those back on. Or maybe she didn't. Who knows?
Okay, I can be Agnes. Agnes is definitely naked, and she is submerging her body into the water.
Flower goes into the water, and she goes all the way underwater before coming back up.
Yep. This is your place, girl.
It's a wilderness and a sea goddess. I'm good.
Yep.
Flower's actually probably going to go off for a little while and be on her own and look kind of meditative.
It's kind of floating.
Holy spot, druid. It's going to happen.
Yep.
I'm gonna just swim along the bottom of the pool to see how long I can hold my breath.
Okay. That's going to be probably athletics.
Wouldn't it be a Constitution check?
Maybe?
I mean, I think technically you can just, like, hold your breath for a certain number of minutes, but I'm happy to do a check.
I just want to see what you do.
Sure.
What are you rolling?
I haven't gotten to roll yet, so I'm just rolling.
Okay.
I've kind of been doing it all session.
We were waiting for your check.
Jen.
Oh, I thought I was looking up the rule.
No.
Oh, no.
We were
roll a check. She just wants to do it for RP purposes, I think.
Yeah.
What am I adding to it? Strength, Constitution, Athletics?
Oh, Constitution.
That'll be a 21.
Sweet. Yeah, you're solid. You're like, sweet, fish, hello, I'm a fish, this is water. I felt like this is water last time. I'm not breathing you.
I do water good.
Yeah.
Comes with the ice thing.
So I swim a couple laps along the bottom just to see how things go.
It's nice. It is salt water, so you can't open your eyeballs. But it's nice.
Not with that attitude, you can't.
Check for that.
Oh my god.
Too.
Not with that attitude, you can't open your eyes.
Don't tell me what to do.
Is it?
It's dim anyway. I won't.
Yes, don't open your eyeballs.
I feel like Darius is a Gryffindor.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, you guys can wash off the grime of your days of travel and your fight with the sea hags.
I stow my stuff with flower stuff, and then both myself and Skullcrusher doggy paddle around.
Oh yes, Skullcrusher. Completely forgot about the dog.
There's a large dog now in this water with me.
Yes.
We're both dog paddling.
Do the acolytes seem to care? Because
yeah,
I mean,
the
this is
acolytes
a wilderness
find
kind
this
finds this what?
Humorous.
Find this quite humorous.
We're adorable.
They're adorable.
I'd like to try to sneak up on someone in the party from underneath and scare them.
Oh god.
Flower is floating on her back and kind of in a meditative state.
Yeah, there's Flower, Roris, and Agnes are all in the water, and Krell is not.
I'm not there yet, right?
My eyes aren't open, so I have to pop open. I pop up
You're there,
to see
you-
who's doing
Crow, you're there, you just haven't said you got in the water yet.
Oh, okay. I stand off in the corner, just away from everyone watching.
So standoffish.
Shadow.
I pop up, notice the flower is totally chill, and decide that that's my target.
With a 27 for myself to hide in the corner.
A 7?
A 27.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is it smart to be hiding in a temple?
I'm just like
Here's
scoping
the
up.
thing. It is dimly lit, but there's no like bridge or anything, so you just kind of like creep in its shadow, keep it quiet.
Yeah.
I guess there is you have to roll stealth check to scare her. I can't believe I'm running this right now.
Oh. No, 10.
It has to beat her perception.
My passive perception is 13.
She notices.
Roll advantage because I'm underwater.
No, because she's a druid of the sea.
Okay, fair.
And you're in seawater. So in fact, because she's in such a meditative state, she feels you coming and can kick you in the head.
I would really enjoy it if possible if when he pops up to scare me, I just put my hand on his head and then push him back under the water.
That's exactly what you do.
Just
This
no.
is very dense and does not float. You just go,
Just no.
Alright, so you guys get all nice little off, you enjoy a little quiet little swim. So does Skull Crusher.
Yay, puppy.
Yeah, and then after a little bit you guys can get up and get dressed and tackle the rest of Everhold. So we lost Chelsea really early.
Yeah.
That was unexpected.
Do we
This
want
happened
to?
last week too.
Yeah.
So here's a thought from my brain. I am not in classes for the rest of the semester. I work 10 to 6. So we could play any other night of the week.
I'm free most nights after 6:30.
Okay.
I'm
I get
free
off
most nights that I'm not working at 4:30 in the morning the next day. So that usually excludes some Sundays, some Saturdays.
I cannot do this weekend. I am in tech from noon to 11 p.m.
Yeah.
my time.
So I can do any other time this week.
Who's free? Are you guys free tomorrow?
After 6:30.
Yes.
Probably after 6:30, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's then plan on like same time tomorrow night.
We can. Do we also want to do the family bonding thing while we're just chatting?
Yeah. Although Chelsea has a lot of backstory stuff. I don't want to meta too hard, but it's kind of important.
Okay.
Yep. No.
Yeah. Actually, because the way that I'm doing this campaign, because I am a big fan of the whole collaborative storytelling thing, if you've given me background information, I'm incorporating it into the story arc
Sweet.
of the entire campaign. So, like, stuff Christina has told me from, like, our first session is still affecting the game right now.
I'm still mad about my sword being stolen. I need that back. That was an important... You dicks! You stole my sword! Was my most important thing. So mad about it.
So yeah, that's going on. Like, you guys looking for Patriarch. Chelsea has told me stuff that she has no idea that I'm using from backstory that she has no idea that I'm using. Same with Katie, same with Jen. Not for you, Daniel, because I don't know anything about you. But if I can get a... We kind of talked about your short-term backstory. We didn't go long-term.
Yeah, I'll flesh out the wall.
Like, I'm pointing out your guys' like deepest, darkest childhood memories, and they're gonna bite you in the ass.
Well, that's
I'm all
unpleasant.
about the long con, man. I'm all about it.
That's unpleasant.
Yeah.
Do we want to...
Purple orb under the wall.
Very upset about the scary purple orb. Wasn't that
He's
scary?
not
It was more the annoying glowing purple orb. I can't pop into the grumpy parrot, can I? Or is that too important to the...
You are by the docks, and the gummy parrot is also by the docks.
Okay.
Let's swing by.
You guys want to put your heads in the Grumpy Parrot before we call it for the evening?
Well, the reason I want to go to the Grumpy Parrot, and I say this to the group, is that I'm still interested in finding someone to scry for Padriac's location. And if the Grumpy Parrot, if there's any wizards in there, like the main court wizard that we saw earlier today, maybe one of them knows how to do that.
Well,
so that's why I want to go there, to see if somebody can find him.
What you need, Mo? I know, we're gonna go out soon.
So,
alright, oh my god, what's going on? Sorry, there's so many things happening on my phone all at once, because between you guys, and my sister, and Steven, and Worth's friends, there's a lot of crap on my phone right now.
So is that a important enough part of the plot that Chelsea should be here for it, or should we do that now?
It might be. Depending on how it goes. It could be very, very important.
Okay.
Because you're scrying for Padriac.
Well, potentially. I'm trying to find someone who will do it.
Yeah. I will say scrying for Padriac, once you succeed in doing it, which will depend on just like how creative you and the party get with figuring out how to find him. Once you figure it out, it's going to be really important.
Yeah.
And so if for some reason, like, if you roll, like, nat 20s on finding someone to scry and convincing them, and you scry for Padriac in the next 20 minutes, I can't tell you whether or not that's going to happen.
Right. So how about, do we want to go to the Grumpy Parrot, see if we can find somebody, and then if we get to the point where we get someone to agree, we say, okay, we'll do that next session?
You guys can put your heads into the Grumpy Parrot.
Is everyone cool with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that. You guys are close. So don't be sure.
Okay.
Cool. You guys can exit the Temple of Melora.
Stay at the temple, and I get in the bath once they all leave.
You what?
I get in the bath once they all leave.
He's staying behind. Apparently Krell bathes alone.
Krell is shy, guys.
Except for the fact that he totally did bathe with us when we were in Underdale, I'm pretty sure.
No?
I don't remember.
No, he did.
At the Potts' hot spring.
Anyway.
I ditched you then.
What?
I ditched you then.
I don't know. It's your memory. To the Grumpy Parrot!
Alright, so, yeah, you guys kind of have to meander around the docks for about a good 20 minutes before you find the Grumpy Parrot. The docks are very loud, very crowded, much like the rest of Everhold, but smells a lot more like fish and sweat. And there are things going on and coming off of boats. It is getting around noon at this point, so the things going on off those are starting to slow down a bit. Everyone's kind of like, okay, well, I mean, like, you know, you've been working for 3 hours, it's like time for beer now, right? So you do, in fact, find the establishment known as the Grumpy Parrot. It is a wooden building. Most of the structures along the dock are farted.
Most of the buildings along the dock are Mo.
Smell like Mo farts.
Those are the cutest buildings ever.
And they're all mostly wooden, salt stained, etc. The Grumpy Parrot is easy to find because the sign outside, it does say Grumpy Parrot in green lettering. The sign is bright green though, and when you poke your heads inside, you do in fact see a very large, green, dead, stuffed parrot. That seems to be the focal point of the shelf of liquor behind the long bar.
It's not dead, it's pining.
Hi, baby.
It's pining for the fjords.
Other than the giant taxidermy parrot behind the bar, the notable thing about the Grumpy Parrot is that it doesn't have your usual dockside bar patrons. You could walk into a bar next to a bunch of ships and expect, sailors and ruffians and whores and whatnot. But everyone in this particular bar seems to be in some sort of very intense discussion. And we're not talking like, I saw her first, no, you stabbed my sister. They're like having some kind of intellectual discussion in various languages. And there is an extensive bookshelf along a wall opposite the bar.
Cool. Very cool.
It also has to be very well lit for a bar.
Hey. So it's more of a hangout spot than...
How is it lit?
Than you're drinking.
It is well lit. There are windows. What you thought was the second story is actually just a very tall ceiling.
Neat.
Mm-hmm. And at most of, instead of sitting at the bar or at tall bar tables, almost everyone seems to be sitting on the floor at lower tables, and lots of them are smoking.
Okay.
Guys, you found a hookah bar.
Hookah bar.
Is
there anyone...
booze.
What?
Do they have liquor, right?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Is there anyone obviously minding the bar?
Yes.
Okay.
There is a middle-aged, relatively pleasant-looking dwarf woman. She has long brown hair streaked with gray. It's like kind of pulled back into a braid that kind of reached down the middle of her back. She is shorter than Therius, significantly so. But whereas Therius has a very cold coloring, she seems to be very warm. She has freckles. She has very warm brown eyes, and is clearly, well, definitely dwarven. Not the same kind of dwarf as Therius.
All right. So head to the bar.
Okay.
And in dwarf, greet her. Say hello.
Hello.
My name is Boris Tumblebelly. I'm interested in finding someone who may be a patron of yours. I don't know how familiar you are with the regulars. Do you know anyone around here who might be able to scry something for me?
Well,
And while she's thinking briefly, I say, my name is Therius, and I'm just looking for a shot of fire whiskey.
that I can do. And so she doesn't even have to really turn around. Just kind of reaches back, grabs it, pulls a jar up, kind of pours it out, hands it to you, says, all right, that'll be silver piece for you.
Can I give her a gold piece and get change?
Yes.
Cool.
So it took about 20 minutes to find that, right?
Huh?
It took about 20 minutes to find that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just down the shot in one go.
Fantastic. And as she's pouring this shot for Therius, and kind of giving him like a, not like a checking you out, like up and down, but like a, damn, you're tall, kind of checking you out. Not necessarily hitting on you, just kind of generally appreciating.
Like noticing that I'm very tall.
Yes.
For a dwarf.
Yes. Therius do that because
Therius
doesn't notice.
Does something through the sending stone? Because you have it, right?
I got it.
I've got the other one.
Oh.
You gave
No,
it... Oh, no,
no,
wait,
you
you didn't. That's right. I backed away from that conversation.
You have the message. I just finished my bath. Where are you?
unfortunately can't send it back. You can send a message once per day, friend.
No, the receiver can immediately send back a message of up to 25 words as well, as an immediate thing.
Daniel pulls out the rule book.
I have a puppy, and my rule book is about 6 feet away from me right now.
You want me to read that for you?
Yeah. I should know this. I've read it like 6 times.
You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature in which you're familiar. The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I was like, I think that you're right, but you need to read it to me. So.
Yeah.
But finals are in my brain.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, you can respond real fast if you want.
I say, we're at the Grumpy Parrot, take a right out the door, head toward the docks.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool. So yeah, Crow, you can find it in significantly less than 20 minutes.
Perfect.
Yeah. Now, in regards to finding someone to scribe for you, I mean, I'm sure any of the lot here could help you out, and I'll just tell you how to do it. You guys gotta catch them early. Once it gets too late in the day, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Other planes of existence, I don't know. Still pretty early though.
True. Is there anybody who's... I put my elbow on... as much as I'm able, I put my elbow on the bar. I lean in and say, is there anyone particularly, willing to help those in need? Anybody who strikes you as a nice kind of person?
Roll a persuasion check.
I also lean in on the bar and say, I'll have another and make it a double.
Okay. I don't know whether to give you advantage or disadvantage. Either advantage because she thinks you're cute, or disadvantage because she's distracted because you're sexy. So it's not going to affect Roris at all. But she will pour you a double shot.
16.
Okay. Alright. The other night I heard, No, I heard, those ones over in the corner, they were arguing about something, water versus mirrors. I don't know, it sounded like scrying something to me. I will go talk to them.
Cool.
Before she goes, I make sure to down my shot in front of her.
She goes to go,
I put a copper piece on the bar as thanks.
Delightful.
And I say thank you very much. And I head over to the indicated peoples.
Alright, so you go over to the corner table, where there are, 2,
I also go.
Flower,
kind
you
of
come in?
following behind them.
Okay.
She's also kind of braiding her wet hair kind of absently while she watches.
You walk in at this point. Ipatheris has had 2 drinks, and Roris has been persuading the bartenderess. 3 drinks. Sorry, one was a double. I don't want to discount Theris' ability to drink alcohol.
Yep.
And you guys reach this corner table right by the bookshelf. And you see there are 2 people at this table. One is a red-headed, long-haired, except bald in the middle. So he's bald all the way around, and then just long red hair. Straight hair.
Interesting fashion choice.
A halfling.
My people!
Across from him is none other than our favorite asshole wizard,
What?
Narth.
What?
And that's what we're gonna call it!
What? Freaking Narthus is in the bar! How did we not notice that immediately?
He was in the corner. He was hiding.
Oh my god.
And he was with a gnome?
No, he was with a halfling. And to point out, he was with a red-headed halfling. Now, I'm gonna go out and say that I am related to most, if not all, red-headed halflings on this continent. So, there is a very likely chance that's a distant relative of mine.
Anyway, everyone was like, it might be important.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I was gonna say, of course you made Roris redheaded, though.
No, duh. And
Have you met Narthus, the asshole wizard?
Oh my god.
Not officially. I saw him in the dream.
You saw him in a dream where he supposedly died.
And
You know him. You danced with him once upon a dream.
He was confused about me and Therius being there.
What was your question, Jen?
Narth.
Narthus.
N-A-R-F-U. Narthus?
Narth. Let me type it. It's like... Or she's typing it.
Okay. Thank you.
And Chelsea says tomorrow she can start
God.
at 7:30 because she's going to be back in San Francisco.
10:30 my time. We can at least catch Chelsea up and do some Opium Den family RP.
I'm so mad.
I knew this would piss you off. I love it.
I'm so mad. Narthus has to do this for me for free, though. Like, he's gotta tell me where Patriarch is for free after the crap he has put us through. I am not doing crap for that asshole. He owes me.
Oh God, would Narthus know who Flower was apprenticed to?
He might. I don't know.
We'll find out tomorrow.
He gives off the air of being all-knowing.
Well, because, I mean, technically he hasn't said anything yet, but that's also because we just figured this out.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's what we're gonna call it. And...
I'm so mad.
Yeah.
So freaking mad.
Things I do just because they will probably upset you.
To be fair, Christina, you also created your little brother specifically for that reason for Kristen.
True, Kristen, I have to tell you that I specifically created the character of Roro and his personality, which I haven't sent to you quite yet, because it will amuse me to watch you play him. It's not too bad. It's nothing too bad. I'll send it to you.
Like the chick from the library?
No. God, no. Roro is more like, he's really sweet, he's very earnest, but he also is, like, incredibly flirty. To everyone.
So he's like Scanlan?
He's kind of like... He's like...
And his big brother is bringing... Sorry.
Yeah, his big brother is bringing home several attractive people. No, yeah,
I have to flirt with Chelsea.
Yes, and probably everyone else also. I don't know about Krell. Krell, what's your charisma?
14.
Yeah, no, also with Krell.
Gotcha.
It's not physical attractiveness. It's like your force of will with your personality.
True, but
that also affects your physical attractiveness.
Yeah.
Well, if they can, yeah.
Because there's like people who aren't necessarily 10s, but their personality wins you over.
Exactly.
Yeah, so no. He's like Scanlan, except he doesn't try to be as smooth. He's more like let me play you a song, pretty lady. Yeah. Basically.
Like to see me play my flute?
Yeah, so I've created that for the sole purpose of I think it will be amusing to see you play it.
It's gonna be a train wreck. It's gonna be great.
Yay.
I have to expand my acting repertoire.
You probably don't have to do an accent for him, though.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Like 8. Alright, guys, it's about 11 o'clock here.
Alright.
I'm gonna probably write another page of my essay and go to sleep.
Sounds legit.
Yay, finals! What?
I said you're gonna write another page. Good job, buddy.
It's not due until the 11th.
That's not bad.
You got time.
You're doing great.
I have 3 out of 10 pages done, but I have a 10-page paper. I have my corset. I have a farthingale. I have my dye homework to do.
So, just before we continue, everyone say bye to stream.